Welcome to the Complete Ethical Hacking course. In this course, we will be covering everything you need to know as an ethical hacker, from theory to the practical examples. We will start with basics first, and the further we go in the course, the more intermediate and advanced stuff we will cover. Knowing theory and practicing different attack methods that we will learn will eventually make you a master in ethical hacking. But wait a second. We just started the course and I'm already talking about being a master in ethical hacking. Let's slow down a little bit. What even is ethical hacking? And what does an ethical hacker do? Or you might also wonder, can I get in trouble by doing this? Don't worry. Remember, we are ethical hackers. This means we are hired to hack into a network or a device, or in general, we want to find as many vulnerabilities inside the target system, but not to do bad things. Quite opposite, we want to secure them. An ethical hacker who is hired to find as many vulnerabilities in a certain system is also known as a white hat hacker. Now, I mentioned the word system quite a few times by now. What do I mean by finding vulnerabilities in a system? Well, system can be anything. It can be a network of multiple computers, or it could be just one single computer. It could also be some company's server that they keep their important data on. We could also be targeting a web page or a website. A vulnerability, on the other hand, is anything that could allow someone to have an unauthorized access to that system. We are there to discover them and secure them. But why are we doing this? Well, as you know, there are the bad guys, or also known as black hat hackers. Their goal is also to find vulnerabilities in a system, but not to secure them. Instead, they want to perform malicious activity once they gain access to that system. That is the difference between a white hat hacker and a black hat hacker. A white hat hacker is there to find vulnerability, notify the person that hired him, and let him know of a possible unauthorized access. You can think of us as a cyber police. We are there to protect. A black hat hacker, on the other hand, is there to perform malicious activity such as stealing your data. They could also try to steal your online money. They could install a virus or a keylogger on your PC and track everything that you do. They can go as far as doing something like stealing your identity. However, the methods white hat and black hat hackers use can be quite similar. The difference is we as white hat hackers must make sure that we have a permission to target a certain system. An example would go like this. We get hired by a certain company. That company could have a website, different networks with computers inside the building where, for example, employees work. It could also have large servers and databases holding important company data. And as we already know, our goal is to make sure that data is secured from cyber attacks, that also employees and their machines are also in a secure network, and that website doesn't have any bugs that could present a threat to that company. How do we do all of this? Well, we do it by attacking the company. We act as a black hat hacker would, but with a different goal. Okay, but here we come to another problem. You might be wondering, well, how am I going to learn this? Or how am I going to practice this? I just said that we need a permission to attack any system, right? Well, don't worry. We will simulate all of these targets with the help of our home devices, and also with the help of virtual machines. It will be exactly the same, just this way you won't be breaking any law while you practice, since the targets that you will attack will be yours. Okay, more about virtual machines later. Right now I want to give you a small challenge. One of the biggest online cyber attacks is something called phishing. In most cases, phishing is an act of black hat hackers tricking you into entering some of your private data, such as usernames and passwords, into a web page that isn't to be trusted. This is one of the ways how they steal online accounts. Let me show you. Here I have two Twitter login pages. One of these two that you can see right here is a fake login page, and the other one is real. Let's take a quick look at them. So let's take a look at the first one. Here it is. And if we take a look at the second one, they appear to be exactly the same, right? Have you figured out which one is real and which one is fake? The first one that we saw is the fake login page, while the second one right here is real one. Let's mention some of the obvious reasons why this page right here that you're looking at is a fake login page that can be used to steal your account. Even though they are identical at first glance, if we take a closer look, we can see it doesn't really have twitter.com as the website name. Instead, we have some random IP address in our search tab, and this is the biggest indication that this page is indeed a fake page and that you shouldn't enter any private information here. The original page should be twitter.com. Another thing we can notice is that next to the website name, on a real page, we have this green lock right here. And this green lock indicates that this is an HTTPS page, or in other words, it is secured, as it says right here, secure connection. Usually phishing websites won't be HTTPS and they won't have this green lock right here. However, this too can be forged in a more advanced phishing attack. And just to compare, our fake login page doesn't have this green lock. If we click right here, it says connection is not secure. And even though many of you probably knew these things already, if you were in a hurry and you got redirected to this fake login page, you could potentially enter your password here, and little do you know, in just a few seconds, your account has been compromised and stolen by the bad guys, since the information that you enter right here on this page gets sent to them and not to twitter.com. But don't worry if you aren't familiar with these type of attacks. Throughout the course, we will learn not only how to secure ourselves from these attacks and how these attacks work, but also we will learn how to perform the attacks themselves. And by the way, we also have a Discord channel where we answer your questions, so if you haven't already, feel free to come and join us in Discord, since that is where we notify everyone about any new course updates that will come out, and that is also where you can reach out to us in case you run into any problem during the course. Nonetheless, I welcome you once again, and let's get straight into the course.